I want to talk about whether a Phainon main should be pulling a Sunday or a Cerydra. The answer to that is quite obvious, just pull for Cerydra. Now, let me be clear, Sunday is great for Phainon, and if you can pull for Phainon while ensuring that you can get a Cerydra, that's excellent. However, not every single one of us can be that lucky gacha player pulling off 200 IQ plays. Sometimes you can get fucked over due to being greedy and stupid. Maybe you pulled off for Firefly, Blade, Jingliu, or maybe a Sparkle because you wanted to gas up your free archer. The consequences of that leads to no Jades, no bitches, but at least you got a Phainon. Now, under a scenario where you can only pull a limited support for Phainon, obviously, the answer is Cerydra. However, before we talk about Cerydra, let's talk about Sunday's buffs. Sunday's buffs include action advance for an ally and their summon, damage percentage and crit damage buffs, more damage percentage if we include in signature Lycone, energy on ult meaning that's an extra stack for final score flame, skill point refund after a skill, assuming that your hypercarry is under ult state. The most important one is the crit rate because Phainon has little to no sources for crit rate and you don't want your meteor attack to miss out on a crit at all, especially with all those harmony buffs. And the other thing is SP neutrality. You can even be SP positive if you have a signature Lycone. Other than that, there's no significant buffs for Phainon. He can't make use of a summon buff since he doesn't have one. Maybe if HSR introduces character that can give your ally a summon, then maybe you could make use of it, but so far, we don't have that kind of unit. There's also attack percentage, crit damage, and damage percentage, which are all already diluted, especially if you're planning for Phainon to be run in a sustainless team. Now, I'm planning to full Phainon day 1 without knowing what Cerydra's kit is, but I do know for a fact that she's gonna be Phainon's best in slot. I hope that Cerydra is someone like Sunday is to Jingyu 1 for Sunday, and not like a Fugue to a Firefly. If it means that she doesn't become a generalist support unless you pull for her LC, because let's be real, HSR loves to put 1/3 of a unit's kit to either an Eidolon or an LC, then I would prefer her to be stuck to Phainon, because I am a filthy Phainon main. We know Cerydra is definitely a hyper carry support. We have seen the golden boons. Both her and Phainon's golden boons have something to do with the first units being in the lineup. Hoyoverse is basically telling you to straight up, if you want to pull for Phainon, then you have to pull Cerydra. Kit expectations from her, I arranged them in an order I'm expecting will be in their base kit. Here it is. I'm expecting extra turn, advance forward, damage percentage, crit damage. Now skill happening twice would go really hard with Phainon's meteor attack. Advance forward is practically standard, whereas extra turn is pretty cute in the sense that those extra turns, Phainon can make great use of them. And damage percentage and crit damage, they're very standard. I'm expecting that to be in the base kit because almost every DPS makes use of damage and crit damage. Unless you're dot. If you're an HP scaling, you use damage and crit damage. If you're attack scaling, you're still gonna use damage and crit damage. Under the expected tier, the next one is the likely to happen, which is attack percentage. The reason why I put attack percentage here is because if they want to make Cerydra less generalist, then remove the attack percentage and that shit could go for more damage percentage or crit damage. For the speed buff, I included it also here. Hopefully, it's a base speed buff because that's what Phainon really wants and not, fucking regular speed buff. In another tier, we have maybe this tier is mostly for the cute stuff. Like for example, I have here she inherits buffs from an ally and has an attack like Robin that can even happen even when removed from the field. So let's say that Phainon departs Cerydra. Cerydra's like additional attack can still happen while off field, and then Cerydra can still gain Phainon's buffs. For example, the crit rate, the crit damage, the breast pen, and others. Cerydra will also inherit it, so it's like having another Lightning Lord doing additional attacks. Other cute stuff includes a crit rate buff because Phainon lacks a lot of crit rate, and the last one is true damage buff. So far, we have only one character in their base kit that has to do with true damage, and that would be RMC. Or maybe Tribis included. I forgot about Tribi. Oh yeah. There's 3 characters now, I think. There is RMC, Tribi, and Cypher. Energy regen and gaining a skill point. Lock to her signature Lycone because fuck you. Closing thoughts. In short, skip Sunday. He's a FOMO bait. Save your Jades for Cerydra. She is the real deal for Phainon mains. I'm betting my left nut if she's not Phainon's best in slot, then Well, I guess I'm not transition now. That's it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more Style Rail and Zenless content. With that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.